Well, welcome back to the Piney Woods Homestead, y'all. I just got in with that machine, finished up a driveway job. Been busy here lately, y'all, and I'm so thankful for it. God has been very good to us in supplying work. In return, though, some of the gardening has taken a back burner just because Lisa can't do it all by herself. Today, we're going to go around, see some of those things in the garden, but this video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to talk about some current events. And if you've been following any news whatsoever since the past few days, you know what it is. We're going to talk about it from my perspective. A lot of you know I have a law enforcement background. Doesn't mean a whole lot, but I'm going to tell you what I think based on observation. Guys, thanks for stopping in at the Piney Woods Homestead. Hit that like and subscribe if you hadn't. And if you have, as always, y'all, we appreciate you. Y'all, before we could even get in here to pull these stalks to give to the pigs, and there's a few left, coons got in here. We turned the fence off the other day so they wouldn't be getting shocked coming in and out, because they're not really messing with tomatoes and stuff at this point, but they have mowed it down, y'all. Coons and deer, because deer tracks have been in here too. They respect, they respect this electric fence, the deer do, but y'all, I think they come up to it every day and sniff up to see if it's hot or not, but the coons have really laid a hurting on the stalks. No big deal. We got all the corn out that we wanted, and some from my parents too. There was probably a little bit left down here, but that's all right. Don't mind feeding the wildlife. I see that I need to get down here and pick okra. Really, you got to do it at least once a day this time of the year. And y'all, these plants, they look pretty good. Not as good as if we'd have had rain, but if we'd have had rain, they'd be taller than my head right now. But that's all right, they're bearing okra. But we're going to talk about current events. My experience in the only, I guess, VIP event that I ever took part in was hosting Donald Trump Jr. And that was at our local airport. He came in, did about a 45-minute speech or something to that effect. And locally, our job, the agency in charge was, well, not in charge, Secret Service was in charge, y'all. We were just helping in the event, providing external security, basically. My job in that was basically manning a gate, only letting in VIP guests and making sure that it was clear when that black Suburban, rolling at about 35 miles an hour on a little old teeny side street going into an airport hangar, came through. They don't slow down. They move, and they don't stop to say hello. You know, we're down here in the South and we like to say hello, but they don't stop to say hello. They keep going to where their destination is, get out, protect whoever they're supposed to protect. I'm talking about Secret Service. Get them to the event and get them back into the vehicle and then zoom out of there, y'all. It's normally you would be writing speeding tickets to an average person for the way that they drive, but they do that just as a form of get out of there and get back onto the road where there's more protection. Let me add that day that I had to do that, I'd already worked about 8 hours that day. I was, at the time, a sergeant. I hadn't made lieutenant yet, and I was over a traffic division. And so traffic control was our function for those that worked with me in that unit. And it's pouring down rain during that event. I remember it was miserable, y'all. Summertime, it was hot and it was raining. So you've got not only your Kevlar on, all your gear, standing outside of your vehicle because you're at a post, even though your car is right there. For the most part, you're at a post in a rain slicker. You're sweating more than you're getting wet from the rain. Be better off just let the rain fall on you. But the only VIP guest that actually stopped, got out of his vehicle to speak to me, and I'm talking VIP, I'm talking people that were in Congress, running for Congress, things of that nature locally here from North Carolina, was a man named Mark Walker. He is the only VIP that didn't even find it necessary to park in the VIP parking, but parked wherever everybody else, ordinary citizens that had tickets for the event, were parked. Came up to me, shook my hand, wanted to know a little bit about me, and tell me about himself. I found that highly respectable. seeing as how all other representatives, some of which I know, didn't even throw a hand up. Mark Walker's actually running for Congress again here in North Carolina. If you're in his district, based on my 2-minute conversation with him and the fact that he was willing to actually stop and speak to me, a nobody, I'd say he's got my vote. All right, on to the assassination attempt the other day. When you see something like that, our first thoughts are to make tons of assumptions. We will assume that somebody wasn't doing their job. I'd have to agree on that one. We'd assume that this person that was on that rooftop is the one that fired the rounds. Well, that is an assumption. They shot him till he's no longer breathing. So that's a pretty good assumption. And I have seen some people say, well, maybe there's like the grassy knoll. Maybe there's another one out there somewhere, further out. I will say they will prove this stuff, but the problem is the FBI is doing the investigation. I honestly would rather it be a joint investigation, and maybe it is, between local and federal authorities. That way it's not one-sided, the event, or even one-sided the blame that's been going on between interagencies. It boils down to simple ballistics. Were there any bullets left in that person's gun up on that rooftop? Were there any bullet fragments or intact bullets that they were able to recover from the scene? And believe me, in today's time, they can recover them. Have they been able to match it up? Match it up to a specific rifle. This way you will know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, who is involved and who else may be involved, depending on what really happened there, y'all. Either way it goes, I really don't trust the FBI to handle this thing fully. I really don't trust the Secret Service, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of folks out here as well don't either. I noticed that I saw a clip from the RNC where Trump comes in, and instead of having some short-statured bodyguards, now he's got some big ones that actually looked like they knew what they were doing. Not some of these hires based on DEI, and if you don't know what that is, that's basically some diversity, equality, bull malarkey that's been going down through the pipes for many years, y'all, and it's not just at the federal level, it's at the local level too. I can remember people coming into the police department years ago, and for some reason I seemed to get tasked with going up to speak with potential applicants. One time I went up to the lobby to speak with an individual. Through his broken English, he said, "I hear that you're looking for a specific kind of person to be a police officer, and I'd like to be one." My response was, "We are looking for qualified applicants. Doesn't matter to me what your skin color, your first language, or otherwise is. Are you qualified?" I think that now, finally, on a national level, people are seeing that it's going to take a whole lot more than just some DEI mess to get the job done. I don't care what color a person is. I don't care what sex they are. I don't care how they identify. Are they big, and are they strong, and are they capable of doing tactical missions to protect VIP guests, VIP personnel? All right, so my ultimate opinion on the whole deal. We are never going to know the whole truth. Never, ever, ever are we ever going to know the whole truth. That's why there's still so much speculation from JFK's assassination, from MLK Jr.'s assassination, to many others. We are never going to know the whole truth as the American people. But, more than likely, you already do. Guys, that's a short one for you today. Hope you have a good day, a great week, and Lord willing, and the creek don't rise too high, we will see you on the next one.